welcome to the weekend edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. We have a great show lined up for you. One of our guests tonight is to Butita what the presidency is to Rajput Nazlin Umar. Ameitafuta sana lakini ataionea tu kwa dirisha ya taxi. Butita ameishi sana kwa friend zone ya guest wetu wa leo. In fact, zile blue ticks amekuwa akipata WhatsApp zilishikanishwa akapewa kama ile tick ya verification. And just to show you how thin the chances are between Butita and our guest tonight are, you did not even realize that this is not the real Nazlin Umar. This is NTV's Zainab Ismail. And now that you get the point, our guest is a seasoned media personality, a fan favorite, and one of the most effective social media influencers and event MCs this country has to offer. That makes the two of us. Anita Nderu is in the house! Yes, thank you. Also in studio is the official captain Wambogi Kimonyonski. Don't even bother. Even Google has no idea what that is. He's arguably the king of Sheng, if not the first Kenyan to invent his own language. One Kartelo is in the building. So we are happy to do this show with you. Join the conversation on hashtag The Wicked Edition. My handles are at Dr_Kingori on Twitter and Instagram, Dr. Kingori on Facebook. That's Dr. Kingori. Roll call Kwanza, the area you're representing. That is where you're watching us from. But before we get to Anita and Kartelo, so much happenings across the country this week. First, several officials from the Kenya Revenue Authority were arrested and arraigned in court over corruption and tax evasion allegations. And what really stood out for me is how they covered themselves while appearing in court. At first sight, you would be tempted to think that KRA stands for the Kenya Rappers Association.
They are all in hoods, they are all in sunglasses, and it's quite a spectacle.
Quite a spectacle. Nice wordplay there. This could be proof that ukweli watu wako na pesa mingi ya wajionyeshangi. For real. And when people start attending court proceedings like this, how will the courts even know who they are charging ama whether they are charging the right people? Hey! Yes, your honor. Mimi hata sio mwizi wa KRA. Mimi nimeletwa hapa kwa madai ya kunyang'anya mtoto yogurt. Hapo kuna confusion. Kuna makosa kidogo. Ule mtoto nilibia anaitwa KRA. Sio KRA. Marekebisho kidogo, mtanifuga kifugo sio yangu. Mimi sijakafuga. Apart from the KRA theft story, theft suspects made headlines this week because there's also a story about suspected gold scammers who were arrested for swindling a Saudi royal 400 million shillings in exchange for fake gold. And to appear more credible, at one point the suspects are said to have impersonated Interior CS Fred Matiang'i. This is the second time someone has made money acting in the image of our CS. Yes. And police officers confiscated a lot of stuff from the Kileleshwa compound. For real. Police officers walishika vitu mob sana. But what stood out for me ni hizi manyundo. What is that hizi manyundo usiagwa, wanenda wanasiaga hizi manyundo, they spray them gold, alafu they sell them as real gold. This must be the literal definition ya kugongwa. For real. And in response, the government has warned all foreigners to be very careful of conmen, and especially in the gold trade. In other news, a Chinese national broke the internet after this video of him trying to grab a gun from a police officer surfaced online after he was arrested over the discharge of waste materials into a river by his company. Kuna watu wengine ukiwa na deni yao mazi takwalia kwa kichwa. What stands out for me on that clip, in that clip, is how calm the guy he's chained with is. Ona huyu jamaa amevaa jazi ya Gunners vile amerelax na pingu. Cheki vile ametulia. Haters have claimed that huyo jamaa ametulia hivyo juu Arsenal wamezoea kufungwa. Yeah. Think about it. Now, also, KQ has been reported to be making losses, and that some Kenyans actually have been claiming that this could be the reason. One argument is that watu wakikula hivi kwa ndege inakuwa mzito. So inatumia mafuta mingi. So if KQ is to improve on their financial situation, they need to write notices to passengers that no food from outside. Now, other than the people, as in other people have refuted this clip, claiming that this is a clip from the Ugandan Airlines. That's believable. But I have not independently verified this. So kama unajua hii clip ni ya wapi, please share the details with us. We are happy to correct that. Use the hashtag The Wicked Edition. Now, on 7th July 2017, the Daily Nation ran an article by Joan Thatia titled, English is not a measure of intelligence. And to add on to that, so is any other foreign language. Now, I'm hoping we can prove that by the end of this episode, but that's not to mean that Kenyans can't speak English when they decide to.
We were almost a very bad road accident. By good luck, the driver controlled the vehicle until we came to a stand. But right now we are stranded. We wanted to head to the road. Some of us were going to work. We cannot reach at our places of work.
Places of work. Now, moral of that clip ni kizungu sio tenses, maze kizungu sio grammar, kizungu sio accent, kizungu ni confidence. Anything utasema, just the confidence. And we chose this topic for today's show after observing the amount of pressure people have just to speak English. Take this lady, for example.
Toswahili takia.
Well then, let the lady choose the language she's most comfortable with.
English bus. English bus.
Hey, long time ago, there's a woman who came here.
I would call it Anglo.
And she said, no, I want somebody, your husband. I want to bring it here. Then he refused not to angoa.
Madhe ajui Kiswahili lakini kizungu anaweza kung'ang'ana. And the pressure keeps on keeping on. When musician Ringtone appeared on the show a few weeks ago, he made this clear before making a point.
I'm not gonna try very much na kizungu because naweza end up kusound kama Joho. So mimi naheshimu Joho.
And not only that, two top governors have been ridiculed on several occasions about their English-speaking capabilities. And that's just a tip of the iceberg. Our guests tonight are two Kenyans known for how prolific they are in different national languages. One official, one non-official. Anita Nderu and Kartelo join us on the other end of this break to help us break this down even further. See you guys in a bit. Welcome back to the Wicked Edition. I'm Dr. Kingori. The subject on our show tonight is swala nyeti. How special or how difficult is the English language, or how special is one language against another? Na guest wetu wa leo tuko na Anita Nderu na Kartelo. Karibuni sana kwa show. I think it's proper kila mtu ajiintroduce na aseme hi kwa fans. Anita, hapa salimia watu tu.
Hello everybody, my name is Anita Nderu, TV presenter, radio presenter, lover of life in general, anything that has to do with lifestyle, I'm all about it. And apparently, I'm being criticized because my Kiswahili is not where it's supposed to be, but my English is.
No, let's cross over to the other side of Kartelo, pia salimia watu na ujiintroduce.
Oya. Mimi unaweza niita Kartelo ama unaweza niita kwa Kombogi nikimonyoski tilafu sako inadiria representing, na ukiona nikijidai ujue nimejikopa oya. Pia unaweza niita maziwa jo venye sifichangi white kabisa.
Nashangaa kama this is the same person. Anita amekama kamsalimia, hi Kartelo, it's so nice to meet you.
First of all, I don't sound like that.
No, I'm close though. So Kartelo amekaa hivi for like 2 minutes and Anita was worried ni nini imehapenia Kartelo. And that is the subject of our show tonight.
Right.
Tunaanza na wewe Kartelo. Kizungu. The last time uliongea kizungu other than a, e, i, o, u na kusoma kitu ilikuwa lini?
Kizungu kwa life yangu nimeongea mara less than 10.
Maisha yako yote.
Okay.
Anita, on the other end, you've been criticized about how bad your Swahili is.
Yes.
How does that make you feel?
It's what am I supposed to do? I've done my best to learn the language, and I can understand the language. I can like in one way or another, I can speak the language. It's just I don't sound the way you're supposed to sound if you're speaking the language. Yes. But I find it strange that they'll criticize you for not, because this is the weird thing. If you only knew Swahili and you didn't know English, guys don't have a problem with that. But if you only know English, but you can't speak Swahili very well, you're told you're not embracing the national pride, you're not embracing your country. How I was raised, with the schools I went to and what I did, that was never in my control. It's where your parents put you, it's the situations you were put in, it's the things that you learned. And then, as much as I get criticized for that, it's been an amazing time learning all these different languages, and I love Kiswahili. I can speak it very well, only if my mom calls me. You've met my mom.
Yes.
The time when you attempted.
It's
not a horrible thing. But anyway, you met my mom. So my mom speaks Kiswahili, Kikuyu, and Somali. So when I speak to her, it's very broken Kiswahili, but we understand each other. And then there's my favorite human on earth, and I love him because of the Oya Oya story.
That just to make sure to go on the same page. Kartelo anasema.
But I don't know. It's what you know, and it's what you know, and I don't think there's any crime in knowing a particular language very well and not necessarily knowing a language which you're supposed to know.
Na Kartelo, umeikuwa na pressure, umeikosa opportunity juu ya ati level ya kizungu yako haijafika level fulani, ama kizungu yako haijafika level fulani. Kuna place imei kukazia other than kwa hiyo interview?
Kitu ishai nikazia tu ni funky high school. Sidhani kuna kitu kingine ishai nikazia. Mimi Sheng yangu tu inanipeleka tu poa.
Ule hata funky walikuambia uwezi, kwani mlikuwa mna audition na kizungu ndio muende funky?
Ni public speaking. Na ndio wao kwenda chuo fulani na kwa na magusho ndo wameweza mbaya sana.
What's magushido?
Madem.
Oh, okay.
Mimi hata sijashika the pronunciation itself.
Magushodo.
Bushodo.
It sounds so bad. That's what you call it.
It
sounds like somebody's knees. It's like a horrible thing to call women.
Bushodo.
No. If I told you right now, takupatia gushodo, wouldn't you think I'm gonna like hit you?
Kofia left. But gushodo, where did that even come from? Sheng za madem kuna zenye nimesikia mbaya. Kuna yenye tulikava hapa kwa show inaitwa Kinyambes. Hiyo iko.
Iko.
Hiyo iko.
Mangoko.
No, Kinyambes. Hapana. Kinyambes hiyo ni jina ya dem.
Why do we have such horrible shame?
I believe there's a
tuko na ingine iko na respect.
Gani?
Hiyo ni gani?
Mangoko.
No. So wajamaa wanaitwa nini?
Tena?
Wajamaa wanaitwa nini?
Ni wase tu. Si hatukuange na.
Oh wow. So wanaitwa wasese, tunaitwa Timangoko.
Unaweza tuita Kingori ni mjeshi tu wangu.
See, that sounds dope.
Mjeshi, mdau. Hizo tu.
But Mafats does not sound nice.
Mangoko si nini na kizungu inakuanga inaitangwa chick na Kiswahili
la ingine ya madeni ngoko kwa vocabulary yao, maybe we can find out. Kuna ingine, kuna Mangoko, Kinyambes, tunatafuta yenye inakaa at least si tuchague. Gani ingine mko nayo?
Waroro ni better.
That's better than Mnyambes.
Waroro is better.
Yeah.
Sasa ukijipata unafaa kuexplainia mtu kama Anita nini place yako place unakaa mtaa, unaweza muexplain aje?
Na kizungu?
Hapana, na lugha vile wewe uongea.
Haya, kitu utafanya unachukua moshogi hapo OTC.
Okay. That's a matatu in OTC,
unachukua hapo hivi. Kwanza uchague moshogi yenye iko na kegonyi yako sawa juu ya.
Does that mean it has screens and sound?
Hapana, kegonyi ni dere.
Oh, okay.
Alafu kegonyi yako sawa juu ya keuti. Keuti ni mbio. Ushike Jogoo Road.
Oh, I thought it was like the
hoot.
The hooting thing.
Ukuje na Jogoo Road, uingie Doni, uingia hapo 35-60. Ukishaingia Muyo, shukia stage inaitwa Mihango.
Does the conductor know the stage?
Utashukia tu Mihango kwanza. Kula orosho wenye utapata hapo hivi left.
So that means a lane that I'll find on my left, right?
Ni choche.
That's fine.
Chuo, unakula hiyo chuo. Juu ukiingia sasa kuna kwa na chuo mbili, kuna kwenye inaitwa clubist. Clubist ambapo utapata na wanori. So unapita tu ya kwanza.
Does wanori mean thugs?
Wanori
Okay,
yani
right.
madhegi.
See, we got this.
So unakula tu hiyo rosho ya nini ya Mihango straight, utaenda upatane na stage hapo. Ukipatana na stage ni police station.
Oh wow.
Wapi makofi Anita ameshika 80% ya hizo Sheng. Nice. High five. Na sasa ugiambo we explain the same thing na Kizungu. Nice. Hebu mu explain tu na Kizungu ile yenye unajua.
So you Okay, I can do this.
Yes, you can.
Yes.
Yes, you can.
First of all, you are like a matatu from.
To be fair, if I was to speak this way, I would do the same thing. Like I have to mix the two.
Tuendelee, uko sawa.
Niko sawa?
Uko sawa. So far so good.
You have understood you are like
Yes,
from
I
OTC.
like. Yes.
You take the route to Jogorod. You go through Donholm, Umoja. Then when you arrive at Mihango stage,
It's either go to the thugs or they go the other way.
yes, you kushuka inaitangwaje?
To a light.
Me notice.
Oh, you kwa light.
Yes.
So you enter that road ya Mihango, you find a police station there. From there you can call me.
I think from Kartelo's speech, I've picked one thing.
Yes.
Kizungu kama inakulemea, piga sign language na keywords. Piga tu sign language na keywords because he started akataja keywords OTC, Jogorod, Umoja, you alight, alafu you call me. Straight to the. Lakini ukiongea Sheng, how do you come up with those words?
Sheng by the way inakuanga you tokanga tu from you toka mahali. Unapata sema kitu ka fake inaitangwa, unajua inaitangwa imbo. Kitu imbo na Kizungu ni impost. Kitu impost. So ina change na kwa Sheng imbo. Sheng haitokangi tu out of nowhere, yani ati inaamka tu ati mnasema ati kuna Sheng. Nasikia na Kikuyu mutaratara yani ni form. So na Kisheng itakuja mutaratara. Rada ni vile kuko, si ndio? Airport kuna kuanga na Kizungu inaitangwa rada ya kuangalia zile ndege zina. So rada inachukua
tu zimeibiwa kwa Kizungu.
Ni Kikuyu sana na Kizungu na Kiswahili na I think Kijaka wametoa tu moja.
Anisha, wewe umekuwa na problem na Sheng?
The reason why we never learned Sheng when we were growing up was because so my dad owns a garage. So what would happen is a lot of the matatus that would come to the garage, my second brother would interact with the Makangas a lot.
Yes.
So he learned that your dad is Buddha. So one day, my brother comes home, and I don't know what he was telling my older brother, and then he says, Buddha amesema. So my dad heard it as Punda. So he got really angry, and he was like, have you just called me a donkey? And then my dad was like, my brother was like, no, it's Buddha, it's Sheng for dad. And my father was like, it's official. In this household, we don't speak anything else aside from English. So that was where that all started. So all we spoke in the household was English. So I never actually got to learn Sheng, but I think it's an amazing version of the mixture of different languages that it is. And it sounds so dope, even though I still think you guys need to get a better, lazima mpate jina mzuri zingine za wanawake.
The article I quoted earlier, ya Joanne Thatia, ya Daily Nation, there's a story about, she talks about her friend, alisema she cannot get a house help with a heavy accent because it affect watoi wake.
I think that's very untrue because our tuition teacher when we were younger, the guy who used to come home, he had a very heavy accent. but it doesn't necessarily. I think when it comes to children, where they spend majority of their time is where they get a lot of the, the different languages they learn and all these things. So it doesn't matter, because all the people we grew up with, they were amazing house assistants. All of them either had heavy accents or they only spoke Kiswahili. So communication was always here and there for us, but then for our parents it worked. But then
you can at least sema na Kiswahili ile unajua.
Yani unataka kunitesa ndio ni
unasema tu Kiswahili. Mimi nimeshika tu children. Niko tu kwa children. Unaweza at least unatupa Kiswahili hapa pale kwanza.
Let me do the Kiswahili way sana.
Yes.
So sana kwetu. Wale wafanyikazi walikuwa wanatufanyia kazi walikuwa wanaongea Kiswahili, na hule mwalimu alikuwa anatufundisha the different subjects, alikuwa na accent mzito sana. So yes. It doesn't, I don't know how to say necessarily in Kiswahili. Who knows how to say what's necessarily in Kiswahili?
Sasa Zuwada mnaongea kuhusu Kizungu, hakuna kitu ngumu kuliko Kiswahili. Kiswahili sanifu ni ngori hata zaidi.
Kings, what's necessarily in Kiswahili?
Sio lazima.
Oh, okay.
Mimi ni mbaya.
So, hata when alikuwa anatufundisha zile subject alikuwa anatufundisha, alikuwa na accent mzito sana, lakini sio lazima tulipata hiyo accent.
Kartelo, kwa wale watu wenye wanajua hawajui Kizungu, one word of encouragement before tufunge. Kwa hii kamera hapa.
Mbarikiwe.
I also think tunaweza funga show in style leo. Kartelo utaambia Anita shout out. Anita leo atapiga shout out mbogi yako yote. So utamwambia tu kwa masikio shout out za wale watu watapigia debe, awasalimie kwa hii kamera alafu tufunge. Mwambie.
Sawa, na usipokome runyaru. Harufu ya gas.
Okay.
Nani nyambani nuse.
Wait.
Harufu ya gas, ngozi ya mchawi. Nini socks za mchawi, ngozi ya.
Ni shout out.
Wait. So just give me 3 because you're giving me 4. Okay.
So nampatia kirusha ama kwanza?
No, lazima uniambie zote alafu nitasema zote.
Sawa. Moshi ya tuktuk, nyambani nuse, socks za mchawi.
Aya. Sawa.
So Tala would like to give a shout out to Moshia Tuktuk, Ngozia Mchawi. No, is this Soxia Mchawi? Wait, I'm lost. Let's start again.
Say, Ojo nyambani nusi ataeka lawama.
It was so lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Kimonyonski ni nini kwanza?
Kimonyonski ni mbogi ya watu wanapenda sherehe. Mahali kuna magushodo. Mahali kuna magushodo, kuna ngango na kuna kiroma na kuna manjege.
Are you intentionally making this difficult?
No. Nasema mahali
Mjibu na Kizungu, unaweza jaribu pia wewe pamoja.
Okay, you know what I'm trying to say is that Kimonyonski is just a squad of people who love partying. And
sorry, say what now?
Mtu shika accent hivyo tu na one show.
Yes, ndio.
Partying.
Ni upgrading. Yeah.
Partying, mnasikia?
Yeah, they love partying and they love the pretty girls them and
pretty girls.
That's it for the weekend edition. See you next week. My name is Dr. Kingori.